What's up? This is Alex Chu, coming at you with another episode. This time I want to talk about improvement on my machine. Okay? It's a very significant discovery that I made. Very, very significant. I love this song. Love this song. I love doo-wop. But anyway, before I talk about my improvement on the machine, I want to tell you my name is Alex Chu. I'm the guy who invented the physical mortality rings. These are the rings that you put on your small fingers during sleep. You wear them, you don't age anymore. You become physically immortal. Okay, I'm almost in 2 months I'll be 48. I still look pretty good, right? You know, I mean, you can't. My voice never changed. I still sound like a young man. You know, my face definitely never changed. You know, if I go to the store, you know, 2 weeks ago I bought some whiskey, and then the Safeway cashier asked me for ID. You know, I said I'm almost 50. What the hell? You know, ask me for ID. I look pretty good, right, with these rings. Anyway, if you want to live forever, you go to livemuchlonger.com. Livemuchlonger.com. Okay, these rings are incredible. I made an improvement on my Cell Realignment machine. You guys know about my Cell Realignment machine. Here's the capacitor, some resistor, you know, so it creates a CR circuit, and it emits energy into the human body to realign the cells, right? But what I discovered is this. Because of a recent California fire, you know, the air quality is very bad. So I bought just 3 weeks ago. I was smart, you know. I saw there were lots of California fire, and then one of the California fire actually gave me asthma attacks. So right after I cured my asthma, I bought one of these Ionic Breeze air purifier. You know, it's basically this is a negative ion air purifier. What happened is there's these metal steel grids inside, right? And then you take it out, you wipe it with wet cloth, and then you put this thing back in here, and you turn it on. It sucks air in here, and then it spew air out, and all the dirt will stuck on those metal grids. And when it spew out air, it sends out negative ions. It also creates ozone, okay? And this thing, you know, I had an accidental discovery. I discovered that if I place this at a certain distance, okay, not very near, not very far, if I place this just 8 feet, exactly 8 feet from my head, okay, and then let's say the machine is on, my left side. Let's say I put the machine on this side, and the machine is only 7 inches away from my head, right? The machine is only 7 or 8 inches away from my head. Here's the machine is like right on the edge of my pillow, okay? And then this machine, this ionic purifier, I put this machine like 8 feet away, you know, somewhere on the floor. I put this a machine 8 feet away, let's say on my right side, okay? On the right side of my bed, I put it 8 feet away. And this thing is like only 7 inches away from my head. When I did this, when I put this air purifier exactly 8 feet away, I felt a tremendous amount of healing, you know? With the machine, with my Cell Realignment machine 7 inches away from my head, and then this thing 8 feet away from my head, I felt tremendous healing. And guess what? The healing does not stop. The healing could last like 5 hours. And then the healing is very smooth, too. Very smooth. Like, it's a lot smoother than the healing from my Cell Realignment machine. See, back in the days, in order to generate healing, what happened is I have to push the Cell Realignment machine 20 inches away from my head. And then it sends out direct currents to my flesh to realign the cells, right? But what happened is, you know, direct current is invented by Edison, okay? Direct current, what happened is, electrons only go one way, you know, and when it constantly goes one way, it heats up the wire very quickly, you know. So this machine that I built is direct current. It constantly sends out a belt of electrons into my flesh, and it does heal my flesh. It does realign the flesh, but the problem is my flesh heats up fairly quickly. My flesh heats up, and then within 30 or 40 minutes, my flesh heats up so much, the resistance has built so much, it renders the machine useless. Then I have to put the machine away or pull the machine toward me, you know, to in order to you know, combat inflammation. So this machine, if you use only with this, if you only use this machine without the air purifier, you can only heal yourself so much. You can only heal yourself like 30 minutes, 40 minutes the most. Then you have to quit, you know, because what happened is, this is direct current. It heats up your flesh, and the resistance would build up on your flesh. And then you know, when resistance build up, the healing would stop. But what happened is, I discovered that when I use the air purifier with the machine combined, okay, the machine is 7 inches away from my face, and air purifier is 8 feet away from my face, right? I discovered one thing. I realized this air purifier, it sends out energy, but the energy is not direct current. It's actually alternating current. Because the air purifier, this is the way how you build a ionic generator. The the capacitor, it has lots of capacitor inside, like 20 or 30 capacitors. They keep on, the piston of the capacitor keeps on moving. It's oscillating. So it's constantly pumping electron, and then take a rest, you know, stop pumping, and then pump some more electrons, and then take a rest, stop pumping, and then pump some more electrons. So this is sort of like alternating current, you understand? And this is like a remote control. This serves like a remote control. I tune the frequency of my machine so that it only draws the frequency that could cure my head. Okay, if I put this machine near my face, it draws frequency that could cure my head. And then the frequency is being drawn from the ionic purifier, which is 8 feet away, you know? And it draws the frequency it wants for me. You know, the machine draws the frequency that I need to heal my flesh, right? And the energy given by this ionic purifier is alternating current. And one thing good about alternating current is it pumps some electrons and it stops pumping. It pumps some electron and then it stops pumping. And it gave my flesh a chance to cool down. You understand? That's the reason why alternating current is being used worldwide today, because it gives the wire a chance to cool. When the wire cools, you know, the resistance also decreases. So what happened is the wire never basically the wire does not heat up. And if the wire doesn't heat up, you can send electrons through long distances, you know, through hundreds of miles, or even thousands of miles, you know. And this thing was so I discovered that if I use the combination of my cell realignment machine with this air purifier, right, I felt constant healing for 5 hours or even 6 hours. But then at the end, I fell asleep. You know, when you fall asleep, your body shuts down. It doesn't heal anymore. But I noticed that the healing is a lot more smooth. You know, the healing is really smooth, and it's constant too. It doesn't just die down. The healing doesn't suddenly just stop, like 20 minutes later or 30 minutes later. You know, without the air purifier, what happened at with just the direct, when I use direct current from this machine, when the heat builds up, when the resistance in my flesh builds up, the healing just stops. I mean, basically the whole thing just overheats, you know, and the healing stops, you know. But when I use the combination of both, it becomes alternating current, and guess what? It does not overheat, so the healing does not stop. You can lie there 5 hours, 6 hours. As long as you don't fall asleep, you feel constant healing. That's amazing. And then the healing is a lot more smooth, you know. So I just want to tell people about that. I'm not See, I bought this used on eBay for only $70. Well, you know, Ionic Breeze is famous, you know. It's a famous brand. They have other brands, you know. I bought Ionic Pro before. I don't recommend it. Ionic Pro, what happened is, you turn it on, it fucking automatically shuts off like 30 minutes later for some reason, you know. The machine would malfunction. I don't know why. It automatically shuts off. This thing, you turn it on, it doesn't shut off anymore. You know, it runs the entire day, which is great. You know, the Ionic Pro that I bought, it's like a knockoff of this item. You know, it's like an imitation. But then you turn it on, it shuts off like 30 minutes later. I don't know why. You know, and it malfunctioned. But there are other ionic, you know, negative ion generators. You know, negative ion air cleaners. Small ones, big ones. You could go buy it, and then you just have to test it yourself. For this Ionic Breeze, I put this exactly 8 feet away from my flesh, right? And then 8 feet away from where I want to heal. Okay, let's say I want to heal my face. You put this 8 feet away from the face, and then you put my Cell Realignment machine 7 or 8 inches away from, you know, one on the left side, the other one on the right side, right? And you feel constant healing. 5 hours, 6 hours, non-stop. And this healing is really smooth, really strong, really smooth. So you could I believe as long as it is ionic, these negative ion generator that produces ozone, pumps negative ion into the air, it should work. But I don't know. Just you know, be careful. Don't buy the cheap ones. You know, there are cheap ones made in China. They are only $20. A small one for $20, stuff like that. That it might work, but it might not be 8 feet away. You might have to put more near, maybe 6 feet away or 5 feet away. You have to do the test yourself. You know, but just like what I said for Ionic Breeze. Okay, this is Ionic. It says Ionic Breeze 3.0 silent air purifier, sharper image design. You know, that's all it says. It didn't say anything else. Just Ionic Breeze 3.0. This one, I put 8 feet away. Oh, perfect healing for 5-6 hours. Constant smooth healing. You know. So anyway, that's all I want to say. You know, you could buy one of these. Buy this exact brand, Ionic Breeze, or buy your other, you know, your own brands. You know, but the result might be different. You know, you just have to maybe adjust the length. I mean, the distance away from the body. Well, anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye.